Y'all, I swear, I just turned 30 last year and I already feel like I'm going through a midlife crisis. Let's get into it. I'm creating this video because I feel like I am going through an identity crisis and I feel like business has stole my identity. And let me explain what I mean by that. I am business. Like, that's all I talk about. That's all I enjoy doing. Like, I like working on my business. And I realize that if it's not business related, I'm not really interested. And you would think that it's not really a big deal, but it becomes a bigger deal when it is hard for you to connect with people outside of business. And I find that I don't necessarily feel interested in participating in anything if it's not business related. And I'm just going through like this reflection within myself going into 2023 on what do I need to work on within myself? How do I need to change? Like, just like those little details. I don't like the fact that I feel out of place whenever any other topic comes up that is not business related. Now, don't get me wrong, if it has something to do with being a mother or like being engaged or in an interracial relationship, like those are things that I can relate to. But like there's times where I'll hear conversations even about like girl stuff. And this is something that I'm working on this year. Like I remember one time I went to like this brunch event and we ended up going out to eat after that because we were still hungry. Don't judge us. But we ended up going out to eat afterwards and they were at the table. It was a bunch of women and they were talking about getting their nails done and getting their hair did and like makeup and where they bought their purse. And I was just like, for me, I am not that in tune with my feminine side when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, and that's one thing that I'm working on this year. Like, I don't get my nails done. Like, my nails ain't done right now. Okay? And I don't wear makeup like that. Like, the most you'll see is like this eyeliner that I have on right now. And I just learned how to do this lip. Okay? And I'm a little proud of my lip. But I just learned how to do that. I don't wear makeup. I don't really go shopping for myself like that. So I feel like I couldn't relate. And I was just like, dang girl, like you need to get out. Like you need to, now you start talking about business, I'm ready. I'm like, okay, let's go. We can talk about this, we can talk about that, we can talk about marketing, we can talk about strategy, we can talk about social media, we can talk about YouTube, I can talk about podcasting. Like that's when I get excited. That's where my excitement comes from. And I realize I'm like, my business has my identity. Like that is a big part of who I am right now. And what's gonna happen when I don't have a business anymore? What am I gonna connect with? And the easiest way for me to explain how I feel is like, I don't know if you've ever heard of someone being married and they may be married for like 20, 30 years or whatever, and they have kids, and then when all their kids graduate and they move out, they kind of feel like they lost that connection between each other because they were so focused on being parents that kept them busy. But then when they didn't have to really worry about parenting their kids anymore because now they're out of the house, they feel like they lost their identity as a couple and like within themselves. I feel like the easiest way for me to kind of compare how I feel, because when I go to events and people bring up topics that are not in relation to business, like when they're explaining who they are, if they're in corporate America or whatever, I instantly don't know how to connect with them. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, but I don't want it to be like that. Like I want to be able to connect with people of all sorts, like all industries, all categories, so it's just something I feel that I need to work on. Do you deal with this? Is this just a me thing? I don't know. Am I overreacting? I'm not really sure, but I'm sharing with you guys because I said I was going to start sharing more thoughts that's not necessarily business related, and this one is not business related. Okay, so this is what I'm doing now to try to rediscover who I am as a person. For one, I journal every day. Like that's something that I think I will never stop doing. I love journaling, so I'm always journaling about where I am mentally, what I'm thinking about, what's going on with me, what am I working on. Like I'm constantly journaling about that. So that's the very first thing that I'm doing to rediscover myself. You know, asking myself questions like, what do you like? What would you be interested in learning more about or participating in that's not business related? So that's one of the things that I've been working on. One thing that I would love to work on within myself is learning how to shop for myself better. I feel that I have not really taken the time to really pay attention to my wardrobe when it comes to, because even in my wardrobe, y'all, a lot of the outfits that's in my wardrobe is for business. I don't really have a lot of casual outfits. Like this is casual, right? I got maybe like 2 more outfits that's casual that I feel comfortable enough with to show up on camera in, if that makes sense. So that is something that I feel that I need to work on when it comes to rediscovering myself. What is my style outside of business? Because I know what my style is within business, like how I want to show up, but outside of business, like what is my style? What do I like? I realized that I don't like doing hair. That is not my thing. Like y'all should have seen how this looked 2 days ago, because I've been walking around with no ponytail and it's just being like up in the air. I realized that's not my strength. Some people, they love doing their hair, they love working. That's not me. And so one of the things that's helping me rediscover myself is learning when I need to outsource and when I need to hire out. I realized that just because I can do it all do not mean that I need to do it all. And so that's even in my personal life, because one thing that I'm working on in my business is learning to outsource the things that I'm not the strongest in and working on the things that I am strong in within my business. And that's creating content, recording content, and like doing other creativity type of things. Same thing goes for my personal life. Like outsource the things that you do not enjoy. I don't enjoy doing my hair. And I don't enjoy doing makeup either. So that's not really something that I want to learn, but it is something that I want to be able to do if I ever feel like I need to. So I would rather have someone on standby that I can hire to do my hair and do my makeup whenever it is that I do want to look cute, but I don't feel like figuring out how to make it happen. Okay? Like I got this hairstyle idea, but I'm not trying to learn how to do it. That kind of stuff. Also, learning what I like outside of business. So I know one thing I love is skating. I love skating. I was doing the adult skate nights at one point. I've kind of taken a break from doing that, but like just figuring out what do I like doing. I still struggle with this answer because I'm thinking about it right now and I'm like, in the end, I have to learn to unplug. I have to learn to unplug, because when you're used to working on your business around the clock, like I work on my business a lot, and it doesn't feel like I work on my business a lot because I actually enjoy what I do. I enjoy working in my business. So when I am working on my business, it doesn't feel like work per se, but I have to still be able to unplug. I have to be able to unplug. And so that is one thing that I'm going to be working on so that I can rediscover myself as a person and not just a business owner. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you feel that you struggle with this as well? Do you feel like your business has taken your identity a little bit and you would like to kind of rediscover who you are outside of being a business owner? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.